What's up, dudes? Welcome back to the Off Track Cast. It's episode 3 and it's not 3 years later. Nathan, you go.
Rip headphone users. That was very loud. Welcome back.
Rip us.
Rip us. Yeah, we are. Yeah, we're gonna have to state that we're all in the same room. We're accidentally recording all in the same room right now.
So I can do this to Nathan.
Right, so we're back, and if you're watching on YouTube, you can see we have an off-track meter now, and we have. Well, we had it
last time.
Yeah, we had it last time, but like we weren't sure exactly what we were gonna do. Excuse me, get off your telephonic device.
It's just a picture of Jerry who had a stroke while having.
Alright, well, we're going to cut this whole segment because you said the S word, stroke.
that was... Alright, welcome back. Yeah, no.
We did leave.
Yeah, we did leave. We left for a whole 2-3 weeks, which was
That's
a lot longer than the other episode.
Oh, yeah.
But,
we're more consistent than this normally.
But last episode, Bradley admitted he hadn't watched the first episode. So episode 3. Bradley, did you watch episode 2?
No.
No.
Wait, we're gonna all play a
It's
game.
bad.
We're gonna all play a game. How many episodes deep until Bradley watches one episode?
Leave your answer in the poll above.
Leave your answer in the subreddit, bros.
No, copyright, stop.
Sorry. Alright, so what are we gonna talk about, Josh?
I think we should.
Not
kick
about
things-
yourself.
I think we should kick things off with
go,
a film
King.
we recently saw.
Yes.
A film,
Oh, yeah.
Good film.
A very good film.
filmonic device. In what cinema? Oh yeah, the worst cinema.
It's not the worst. Have you ever been to a Cineplex? No, you haven't.
No.
Yeah, but we don't have one yet.
Exactly.
You've
but
got
they're
two
worse.
cinemas.
View or Odeon?
View
And
is
Josh
the
prefers
superior one.
Odeon.
Odeon's far better. Can you get a Tang
I
Rice
think-
Blast in View?
I think it's
Oh, right.
it's
Yeah,
common,
you can.
it's common knowledge that optimum place in the cinema is high up at the back.
Yeah.
But
you've got
Josh
to
was
realise that
right
that's
at the
okay
front.
for me because I'm 6'6".
Yeah, but Josh literally said to me that he wanted his the top of his monitor to be in line with his eye, and that's the complete opposite of what he goes for in the cinema.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
You don't mind.
Yeah, I'm clicks of not in the cinema, sitting on my for long periods of time, watch the screen of my
I am
nose.
out.
You
It didn't help that we'd been out the night before.
Can you
and
stop
I was-
oofing
I
right
had a
now?
headache.
swearing.
Well, I guess that's how good the film was. I went out the night
Right.
before, had a
We haven't
headache.
actually said what film we watched yet.
Whilst
Yeah.
we're on this topic, I want silence from you two. I'm gonna make a noise, and this is what's gonna go over all the swears from now
Can
on.
we make them guess what we watched?
Oof. All right, so every time there's a swear now, you're all gonna
So
hear that
wait, from the swears from before or from now on?
from this whole episode onwards.
So if I say
Oof.
then they don't know what I said. 'Cause I actually oofed it.
Yeah, you're gonna oof.
Oh,
You're
right.
gonna put an oof over that
I
banana.
said banana.
I said the
But
banana.
he's gonna oof all that now.
He said
I just
fuck.
oofed. I just oofed your oof.
Oh no.
Right,
It's just
so
gonna be one long oof.
So yeah, the film we saw.
What film
was
was
it, Bradley?
It was Ready Player One.
Steven Spielberg's new masterpiece, I'll say.
I can't wait for Ready Player 2.
It's definitely one of my favourite films I've seen in the cinema.
It's my top. It's in my top 5 favourite films already.
Top 5 anime plots.
No, I've been
It
serious.
did have one of the top
Yeah.
5 anime plot twists in it, I will say.
What was both of your? Why did you like the film so much then?
Me personally, now only being 20, obviously I wasn't around in the 80s. However, I love a lot of the 80s culture, a lot of the 80s music, a lot of 80s films and whatnot. And there was a lot of references and a lot of references to 80s culture, games, films, music.
But there was also a lot of references to current. You had Halo, Overwatch.
Yeah.
and stuff
Yeah.
like
They
that.
definitely added from the book more
book
recent
Came out
things.
in what 2011, I think.
Overwatch.
No, the book.
Before that,
I'm
I think.
not sure. I'll have
Someone
to
said
cite
I think it was like 2008, 2009ish.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Anyway, there was no Overwatch then. But
Yeah.
There is now. No, but for me, it was the references were brilliant. Acting was great. The obviously direction was second to none. Steven Spielberg himself, one of the greatest directors of all time. It was so well portrayed. The film was. It was incredible. There was no point where I sat there thinking, "Oh, this is getting a bit boring. This is dragging now." I was like, this film is great. Every second I was as glued to the screen. I didn't want to look away because it was so great.
Yeah.
It's the kind of film where you can't finish, like, let's just say for some reason you had to go somewhere, you can't finish it again at a later date.
Each
You
other's
watch the whole
sandwiches.
thing.
You can't finish each other's sandwiches.
Can we just say for context, viewers, that Nathan knows nothing about any decent film. So this
He says Adam
segment is
Sandler,
relatively
Adam
just rolling
Sandler
out.
is
Me and
the best director
Bradley.
of all time.
Oof. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I know. I know. I ironically like them. I don't actually like find it like the jokes funny, but they're not supposed to be like that,
No.
and that's why I like it. Because like I don't do serious. What's a serious?
I think something that really rang true about Ready Player One as well is that obviously it's very dystopian and very futuristic.
Yeah.
However, I don't think it's so far in the future that could never happen. Because obviously we have such things like Oculus Rifts and VR things on now. But
Oh, I see what you mean.
You mean
But
VR chat the movie?
I
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah, that's what
I
it's called.
don't think anyone's ever going to be necessarily living, abbreviated commas, in a VR world. However, people do use gaming as an escape from the real world. Like, we work very labour-intensive jobs, Bradley. We get tired, we're going home, playing a game. It's a nice escape. It's something else to do than just worry about your work. And I think that this film actually really well portrayed that.
Yeah. No,
Obviously,
I agree.
a very extreme version of that.
Yeah. Do
But-
you think people are going to be living in caravans stacked on top of
No,
each other? in
no, that's not
2027?
unless it's oof.
That was oofed.
Okay. But no, yeah, it was a phenomenal film, and I'd happily go see it another 100 times in the cinema.
In the cinema.
Yeah,
Why not at home?
I'd see it.
Don't try this at home.
I'd see it a million times. Though.
Don't watch this at home. See, what I have to say is that I really liked it because it brought, like, films are always like an imaginary world and like place that you want to go, but it brought your world in, like the gaming and stuff, into that world as if it was
Yeah.
like all relatable to like things. Yeah, and I could actually see something like that actually being a thing, that concept and all. And it was very good. Yeah,
I thought the only
references
thing
as
you
well.
actually understood was the fact that Minecraft Worlds came on.
Oh, yeah,
And I
watched
excuse me.
the first 5 seconds.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Minecraft! And these people.
That was some live
Oh.
audio from the cinema there.
I was disappointed they didn't have Roblox in it though.
I was quite disappointed at that as
I
well.
thought they should have like Jeff, Michael, and Gavin play the Halo characters.
Yeah,
I
I
thought
actually
that would
thought
be
they were going to
clever.
have something like a Rooster Teeth or other podcasts are available. Wait, it's still a joke.
How dare you? Oof, that whole reference, please.
No.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what is popping off Trackcast crew?
Don't, that's so emotional.
Sorry. In brackets, parentheses, gone clickbait.
Gone clickbait.
Gone clickbait.
I'm brackets and parentheses.
So-
Same thing.
Yeah. They are.
So let's rate a Ready Player One. Bradley?
Rating
Out
out
of
of
10.
Wait, no, I say we rate in categories. So you go visual, story.
That is too many categories for me. I'm
No,
sorry.
okay.
let's just go direction, story, enjoyment.
Direction.
As in how well it was portrayed.
Right. I'd give that a 7.
Yeah? And
What was the other one?
story?
Story 8.
8.
And enjoyment.
Enjoyment.
9.5.
Okay.
I'd say.
Nathan?
I really enjoyed it.
I'm gonna go for. Can I use different categories?
No!
I want to be like I was
We're
gonna say.
comparing
I was gonna say the
categories.
M word, but that's not allowed here.
The M word.
The
You can say it and
the
then just
be
use it.
different word.
You can just oof it out.
The
Oof!
Oh,
No.
right, no, you can't
Oh
say
yeah.
that.
Okay, I
It's
want to be
copyright,
different.
it's
Though. I want to
copyrighted.
be different. No, okay. So direction. Yeah, you know, up, down, left, right. You know, you're using WASD. No,
This is a Fortnite compass.
what's up?
Right, come on.
What's
Right,
up?
so
What's up? What's
what do you mean by direction?
So, like I said, how it was portrayed, how well you think the movie ran.
I think, well, I do want to say, for a 2-hour-long film, I enjoyed all of it, and I never asked how long it was into it.
Didn't feel like 2
Like,
hours.
No, like, in a good way, though.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like it, like, flew by and, like, I forgot everything. Like, I was so, like, enjoying it so much, so I didn't question how far we were into it. So I'd give that probably about an 8. And then, what do you say, story next?
Story, yeah.
I really liked the story, because I felt like, like, with something like that, they could have easily just used references to make it popular and then not actually have a story or anything about it.
Yeah.
You know, and that. But so I felt like they did a really good job of actually involving it all and making it like a whole new thing. Because like there wasn't just a story to like relating to things. Like it was an actual story by itself. So I'm gonna give that a 9. And then what was the other category?
Your enjoyment.
Enjoyment.
How you enjoyed it.
Very excited.
Very nice.
I'd have to give it a 9.5.
My life. Not.
Go on then,
So,
Josh. Hey, talk
direction.
talk for another 5 minutes straight. It's fine.
Alright, direction 9. Spielberg. Can't fault him on that. I'm only not giving a 10 because perfection is impossible. Sorry, I won't get
Unless you're me.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the point of the rating
the yes, it does. You're right. But no, it was. Say, like, Nathan hit the nail on the head perfectly there. It was a 2-hour-long film, and at no point did I feel, wow, this 2 hours is horrible. It feels like 2 hours. How long's left? That kind of thing. I never thought that. I just couldn't wait for the next frame. Really, everything was enticing me the whole time. So yeah, solid 9. Story, I'm going for an 8 on the story.
Yeah.
Because now I'll be honest, I haven't read the book, but I know a lot of people, very trustworthy people who have, and they say it does stray from the book a bit. Now
I don't think that's a bad thing though.
No, it's not. The film
Because
adaptation
like think
needs
about
to
it,
work
films
to a certain
and
way.
books are completely different mediums in
Yeah.
the way that it should
No,
be.
yeah, you're completely
thing.
right.
I think if you are a fan of the book and you weren't in expect, you would be a bit. I
guess
you may be a bit disappointed.
Definitely, yeah. But I feel like if you just copy a book into a film,
Yeah.
what's the point of doing it? And
Disappointing
also,
yourself, I guess.
yeah, it's just like it's
Well,
got to add something different.
The reason I bring it up so much is because of that one massive
Yeah.
scene change when. So if people haven't read the book again, as I was told
Spoilers.
that spoilers ahead. Skip to the next minute if or
I'll
2
put
minutes.
a thing on the screen if you're watching on YouTube. If you're a SoundCloud rapper, then I like it.
So there's a scene where essentially they go to the movie The Shining, and that never happened in the book. It was a different film, and for the life of me, I can't
War
remember.
Games.
War Games, yeah. They went to War Games, not The Shining, and the only reason they went to The Shining is because Spielberg and Kubrick were, I'm not sure if they were friends, but they were fans of each other. I know that much. And that's the only thing. I was just like, I know it's, hindsight is a wonderful thing, so I know it's easy to say this, but I'd like to see what they would have done with War Games instead of The Shining. That could have been a much different story. I don't know. However, I still enjoyed it. I'm not saying it's bad at all. It was very enjoyable, especially with the dancing. I thought the dancing in the air with the zombies thing, that was an amazing spectacle.
Yeah.
That was incredible to watch. But yeah, so alright, spoilers over. So yeah, that's an 8 on the story, and enjoyment was 10.
10?
Enjoyment was 10.
Out of 10.
Yeah.
What happened to
Wow.
perfection?
Yeah.
That film was, I've changed my mind. The film was perfection.
Oh god.
No. No. That film currently ranks 4 out of my top
That's
5
the thing,
films ever.
It's probably one of the best, but also relatable films, isn't
Yeah,
it? Like
that's the thing, yeah. Us three...
when I say relatable, obviously I mean like stuff in it that's like.
Yeah,
really,
us three are
really
massive
awesome.
gamers.
Yes.
There you go.
And we are gamer men.
Yeah.
And, yeah,
Don't get
that
excited,
film
Josh.
kind of really
Gay
speaks
men.
to us.
Joshua.
I don't think these two are that much, but I'm quite a fan of retro-esque gaming as well. That's what I said the 80s.
I'm a fan of retro gaming, but no, I'm not too far back.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I'm massively the multiplayer.
Okay,
so-
another spoiler alert right now. Towards the end of the film, to find the final key, the whole thing about completing that. I'm trying to be very vague. Yeah, completing the game isn't actually how they get the key.
Yeah.
It's finding the Easter. I knew that as soon as I saw that game, because I knew a lot about that game.
What was it?
Adventure.
Adventure.
As soon as I saw that, I knew. I was saying to myself, they got to find the Easter egg, haven't they?
Yeah,
I was
the
saying to
first
myself
ever
in
Easter
there,
egg.
Because I knew about that. I knew about that Easter egg. I knew about in that game. I thought that's not right. That's not how it's working.
I never knew that.
But I think that was only because I knew about that game and I knew that was in that game and I knew this whole film was about finding Easter eggs.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't that apparently like over 100 Easter eggs in the film?
Okay, spoilers are over now.
You don't have to shout it. Like,
Yeah.
like if they
He is gonna put,
if they weren't listening,
timestamps
they're
in,
not
like-
going to hear that.
Spoilers are over.
Right.
So now I'd never watched this video because it was 40 minutes long. However, I was scrolling through YouTube earlier. I'm going to say this is wrong. I'm going to say there's more. But this person has watched the film numerous times and has claimed to find over 300 references to other things. So that includes
No,
multiple
you can't count that
references to
yourself.
one thing.
Like actual breakdowns and stuff.
I'll be honest, like I said, I haven't watched it, but he doesn't look like the most trustworthy channel.
Yeah.
So maybe he's either pirated the film, which I do not condone at all. I don't. You all know this. I'd rather pay for a film than watch it for free.
You mean you have to because you wouldn't steal a purse.
You wouldn't
wouldn't
download
rob
a
a
house.
Wouldn't steal this a house.
You wouldn't kill a policeman, take his hat, take the hat to his widowed wife, oof his hat, give the hat to her, then knock on her door and steal the hat back and run
I
away.
just got that.
What's that from?
It's IT crowd.
Alright.
That is one of the funniest shows I've ever made. So
You didn't say spoilers.
Oh,
What if they
sorry.
have
Come
more
on, I
shouting
feel
crew?
that show's been out for years.
Yeah, if you wanted
And?
to watch it, you could have watched it. It's on Netflix. Watch it.
And all four, which is free.
It's true. But it's got adverts.
Netflix isn't free.
No, but all four is. For OD.
No, you have to have internet, which isn't free.
It's true.
So do you want to talk about any other films, guys?
What would you say
We
your
watched-
favourite film is?
My favourite
My
film.
favourite.
Go on, Nathan. I want to hear
No.
what yours is. I don't know.
Well,
I wanna know yours.
Come on.
My favourite film. Yeah, but you know what it is
I
because
know
I've
what it
actually
is.
told you.
I
My
don't-
favourite
I don't.
film is actually Borat. You haven't actually seen it.
I haven't seen
I'm
Sacha Baron.
I've seen-
for a
like-
fact. I don't think that's a terrible film. I think it's a brilliant film. And I think that's a good choice for a first film, especially that film matches your personality
Yeah, it does.
so well.
And also, I watched Shaun of the Dead the other day, and I actually
Oh.
realised.
have you
I
seen
rea-
the other two?
No. I watched Hot Fuzz for the first time the same
And
day.
World's End?
Yeah, I see nice.
I mean,
I watched Shaun of the Dead ages ago, but I realised when I rewatched it, like how much that relates to me as
Yeah.
well.
Do you know it's an unconnected trilogy?
Yeah.
The only way they are connected is there's a cornetto or a cornetto rapper in
The
every
Cornetto
film.
trilogy.
Yeah.
And obviously all the actors are pretty much the same.
and all
Yeah.
the colours of the cornetto correspond to the genre. So the
Yeah.
red strawberry one is horror.
Horror.
Oh,
the-
right.
Like the blue one, I think is what flavour's
For the blue one was for
It's
At
police.
Will's End.
Yeah, no, blue one.
No?
The blue one was the police one.
Oh, was
one.
it?
Green
Yeah.
one's at Will's End. That's the minty one. So
Yeah.
Oh,
I
right.
can't remember what colour the blue one is. Like what
Oh,
flavour
sure.
it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think it's just vanilla.
Yeah, so your what's your top five then?
Oh, top five. Ooh,
Top five's too many.
Right, so
Can't think of
Borat.
top five.
Then I'm gonna say Ready Player One is in my top five.
I say you start from 5 and work your way down.
See, yeah,
Um,
it's that's in our top five for two different reasons.
I like before I rate exactly where in my top five Ready Player One is. I think I'd have to watch it again because for
Yeah.
me, for a film to be that good, it has to be rewatchable. You get me?
Yeah, I get
Like
Yeah.
a lot of obviously things like comedy sometimes aren't that as rewatchable just because you don't find it as
Like,
funny every time.
You can watch it, once every few years or something.
Yeah.
But you can't just watch it like one after another.
I say Step Brothers is one of my favourite films as well.
That's
Like,
good.
some of the James Bond films I can watch.
Oh
just
yeah.
Whenever.
Yeah, see, no action films or anything would be anywhere at the top of mine. Because
Okay.
I'm not the biggest fan.
You can't take things that seriously. That's why.
Yeah, no, I don't find it entertaining.
That's not
That's
an
why.
insult, obviously.
Like, I find it good. Like any Marvel or DC film, I find it good, but it's not entertaining to me because it's not
I
I
understand.
find it funny. You get me?
I get you.
So do you have a top 5?
Top 5. Number
50.
5.
Burger King foot lettuce.
Josh back again with the dead meme.
Woo!
Hey,
No.
you.
Other foot lettuce are available.
Oh no. KFC foot lettuce?
KFC foot lettuce.
Damn.
Right.
Right, Nathan, go on.
Top
Top 5. Let's go.
I'm not gonna say what numbers each of them, but I'm gonna name,
You're
five,
gonna name
films.
5 films.
Okay, so I'm
Right.
gonna go Borat. I'm gonna go Step Brothers. I'm gonna go Ready Player One. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go a film called Little Manhattan, which you haven't watched, but I only like it because it was like a childhood film.
Oh,
It's like a crappy rom-com.
Have you heard of it?
It's the reason I really liked it at the time actually is because it had a lot of like moving graphics and CGI and not CGI but like graphics integrated into like some of the scenes and stuff, and I wanted to do graphic in uni like I wanted to do graphics for a while, so like I liked it. Another film. I'm not sure. I'm not the biggest on films. Like I'd rather just like watch a YouTube series or something. To be honest, sometimes.
I get you. I normally just watch something on if I got Netflix. I normally just watch a TV series, not a film,
Yeah.
as opposed to a film.
What would you say your top 5 films are then, Brad?
Top 5.
Number 5.
The Dark Knight is in there. That was one of my favourites for a while. Very niche film, which probably not very many people who listen to this have ever heard of. Is Twin Town.
Oh
That's probably my
yeah.
favourite.
That's true.
That
That's
was one of my
true.
favourites. Shaun of the Dead. Hot
Oh,
Fuzz
yeah.
are there. I can't really think of. Probably,
I know,
probably
can't-
Ready Player One actually.
Yeah.
There's so many good films, but
What would you say is your favourite one?
my favourite one to watch is Twin Town simply because it's just
Yeah,
It's
it's
brilliant.
it's a city I live in.
mostly filmed in our city. Right?
Kevin Allen is a brilliant director.
When was that? That was like
Briefly
1990 something?
Briefly
It's
met him.
97.
97. The year I was born. Woo. Only 90s kids will remember. That's
So
all
is
I'm saying.
that 4 films? Is that 5?
I said 5.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So my top 5.
Number 5.
No, I'll go 1 to 5. Number 1
Number 1.
is Back to the Future Part 2. Controversial opinion. It's not because it's a brilliant film. But because a lot of people think 1 is somewhat better. However, I like 2 simply because it has aspects of when the film was released. It went to the back, it went to the past, and it stayed in the present, and it went to the future. So just had the fact of all those 3 elements that I really enjoyed.
You'd almost say it went back to the future.
It did.
Hey.
Who'd have guessed it?
I know.
Number 2
Number 2.
is The Dark Knight Rises.
Ooh, no, that is a
That
controversial
is a
opinion.
controversial opinion, I know. But Heath Ledger's Joker just was amazing.
You do know Dark Knight Rises is not that film.
Oh, no, it's just The Dark Knight, isn't
Yeah.
it? Oh, my bad. Oh, I feel terrible now.
Dark Knight Rises.
So what one's the one you like?
The Dark Knight.
The one
Dark
I said.
Knight.
Yeah, the one with Heath Ledger. That Joker portrayal was just second to none.
Yeah.
Number 3, Empire Strikes Back. Star Wars, Nathan.
I was gonna say what's that? I had no idea.
Nathan has never
Wait.
seen a
No,
Star
actually, no,
Wars film.
wait. You say your top 5, then I'll list all the film series that I haven't watched, the big ones. Okay.
So Empire Strikes Back is number 3, Ready Player One is number 4, and Rogue One is number 5.
Really?
I think Rogue One was just so perfect.
I definitely say it was the best out of the new.
Yeah,
new
out
films.
of all, Solo's coming out soon,
Yeah, we don't know about that one.
but we don't know about it. Yeah, obviously. But currently, out of all the modern Star Wars, by modern I mean from Episode 7 onwards, I think Rogue One is the best out of all of them. Man. Episode 7 was brilliant. Rogue One smashed out of the water.
Oh, Episode 7.
Yeah, Episode 8.
Absolutely
It
not.
was a bit of a drag.
A bit of a wet fart, if I'm going to be quite honest.
It was a bit. Some aspect, I thought some bits of it were brilliant. I think some bits of it didn't even need to be filmed. But they were.
Parts of it didn't make sense, and the
Yeah.
whole Finn and Asian lady storyline
Rose.
Rose kind of went nowhere.
Yeah. and it's staying nowhere.
Yeah,
That sounds
hopefully.
things from the rumours I've heard.
I'm glad it's staying.
And Rogue
nowhere.
One was perfect. It had, it didn't have any. Well, obviously, it did have a major tie in the fact that it was trying to find the Death Star plans, but it didn't have any major ties to the main story, if you know what I mean. As in, all those characters died. It didn't matter. You could have watched that film and not had to see any other Star Wars films.
And you were watching it as if, oh my god, I hope they get out. You knew it
Yeah.
wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
You'd be watching it as if.
Oh yeah, we knew at the end, when I went to watch it, I knew at the end they were going to die.
Yeah.
Because they're never mentioned again.
Spoilers.
Not properly. Yeah, spoilers. So we knew they were going to die, but you wanted them to live. And that was great. You wanted to see these guys succeed.
Yeah.
And that's why I thought Rogue One was brilliant.
Yeah.
In some ways, I think it might be better than Empire Strikes Back or A New Hope.
Well, Empire Strikes Back
Return of
is
the
my
Jedi.
favourite of the older ones. My favourite of the older ones is Return of the Jedi.
Return of the Jedi is brilliant. All three of them are brilliant. If I would put all three of them on the same tier, but I know you won't let me. So you've told me off before.
I don't think A New Hope is the best. I mean, it was the first one, so it'll always be remembered in that way.
Yeah.
But
I
always
thought
remembered
Empire
for-
Strikes Back was better than New
compared to the next two.
Personally.
I don't think it was good. I want to go back to the Joker thing. Do you remember? It was only 2 years ago. People were comparing Jared Leto.
Don't even try.
Do you remember?
Blinking millennials.
What did you think?
Blinking millennials.
trying to
Doesn't
swear
doesn't
so
every
you don't have to
millennial
move so
blink?
much.
Can't believe that. He was
People
so bad.
genuinely
He was
compared
so
the
bad.
lead singer of 30 Second to Mars
Was he?
to Heath Ledger. Yeah, he's the lead singer of 30
Did not know
Mars.
that.
Unless
Don't
I'm
listen to 30 Seconds
unless
to
I'm
Mars, though,
mistaken, I apologise. I was told he was. I never actually looked at him myself. Which is,
I just thought he was an actor, but he could well.
Jared
be.
Leto. I'm gonna look at it right now. But no, he.
The film just wasn't.
I
great.
understand why people
So much hype going into it.
enjoyed him. I just didn't think he was that good as a Joker, and I don't think that he needed to be the Joker. What was there wasn't much point of the Joker in that film.
No, it really was.
But to be fair,
They-
that film
They just had it
was a bit crap.
because it's the Joker. He's the most popular Batman villain,
Yeah,
but he's no place in. He wasn't even the main villain.
no, he
Was
wasn't.
he not?
No.
Like, it made no sense. He did not need him. He just did Batman in it for a bit, which was alright. It tightened in a little bit.
Don't even try. Ben Affleck as
I don't think he's that bad as a
I think he was
Batman.
terrible.
I don't think he's that. He's not as good.
Yeah, Jared Leto is the lead singer of 30
Problem
Seconds.
is, people. Obviously, I wasn't around with the older Batman films, which were quite.
We know Mark Hamill voiced the Joker in the animated
Yes.
TV series.
Yeah, I knew that. And he
Mark Hamill is Luke Skywalker, Nathan.
Who's that?
Star Wars.
I know.
he also did it in the games, didn't he?
Yeah.
The Arkham games, which are pretty good. Yeah.
Wait, so
Jared
what?
Leto
Oof.
was good.
Yeah.
Conclusion.
Yeah, done.
Confirmed. Heard it here first.
What film was your favourite
Out of them.
out of the 5?
Back to Future
Back
Part
to
2.
the Future. Why, part 2?
I explained why.
Why not part 1?
Because it went Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Mate. That is exactly
Part
why.
one's brilliant. All three.
Will a part 2 be as good because of the part 1?
I've never
Or
seen.
do you have to have the Back to the
I've
Future
never seen
series?
part 2. I've
Mm.
only seen part 1.
I think you do need to see all three of them. An interesting fact about Back to the Future.
Wait, isn't Back to the Future like they made Rick and Morty into a real thing?
No. You know what, Nathan? If you actually watch Richard and Morty, if you actually watch Rick and Morty, you realise they don't do time travel. Okay,
I'm sorry.
that's very prominent in the series.
I'm not intellectual.
So back off.
I'm sorry, I'm not an intellectual high IQ.
No. So a fun fact about Back to the Future is Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3 were actually somewhat supposed to be the same film.
Really?
Yeah. If you watch Part 2 and watch Part 3 straight after, you realise they pretty much run straight into each other.
With this 3?
Because they realised it was too long, yes. Because
Actually
they
thought
kind of
there was
realised it
only
was too long and it's taken them too long to film. They split into 3 films and made a trilogy. And it worked a lot better, I think.
So they do
Because
Harry
they-
Potter pretty much.
Sort of, yeah.
But not as
So
well.
they managed to do.
I mean, Harry Potter didn't.
They managed to create a deeper story for 2 and 3 then, which worked out a lot better for them.
Yeah. That's a good conclusion.
Nice. Right, so now I'm going to go through the list of films I have, film series I haven't watched, okay? But when I say haven't watched, like, I might have watched them, but, like, when I was too young to actually, like, remember, or, like, I wasn't actually watching stuff. So,
Yeah, I got films.
I haven't watched any Star Wars apart from the one that Josh tried to make me watch, and I fell asleep within about 20 minutes, and I don't usually fall asleep watching films,
Which one did
sorry.
he try to make you watch?
The one that
Can't
makes you
remember
fall
if it was
asleep.
episode 4. Can't remember if it was episode 4 or episode 5.
Probably episode 4. I'd say
One of
episode.
No, it was A New Hope. It was A New Hope.
I'd say episode 4 is probably the.
Yeah.
It's the least act.
I've
least
realised
action-packed
now,
out of
if
it.
Yeah.
we want to make watching Nathan, I was
Make
literally
watching
saying,
Nathan.
Yeah, if I want to make Nathan watch Star Wars, we got to start with 1.
Yeah,
He's got to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I will say, as much hate as the prequels get, episode 1 has the best lightsaber battle out of any of the films, including the new ones, with Darth Maul. Best
Oh yeah,
best
yeah.
lightsaber battle
Well,
at the end.
start with Qui-Gon Jinn and
No, the end.
the end. Oh, okay.
With Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon.
Yeah,
versus
no, that is
Darth Maul.
really
very good.
yeah.
lightsaber. I like that.
So I haven't seen Star Wars. I haven't seen Harry Potter.
Really?
Okay,
Yeah.
don't blame me for that. I haven't seen them all.
I've seen them all.
I haven't seen them.
quite enjoy Harry
No,
Potter.
I'm
want
pretty
to.
sure I might. I think I've like watched it, but like when I was like 5, 6 or something with like my cousins, so I don't actually remember
You're
like
on Sky,
pretty much
actually.
anything. Funny enough though, I played the Harry Potter game.
Yeah, I had the Goblet of Fire on DS. It was really bad.
Yeah, and I've never watched Lord of the Rings, although
Whoa.
a housemate did put it on the other day when in the background, but I didn't actually watch it because it just looked not my. I don't the whole fantasy stuff. Like I don't like it at all.
What's
so
your favourite Lord of the Rings film?
Now, here's the problem. I've seen the first 2, and I've seen half of the third one.
how many
I
are
like
there?
Two Towers.
And it's been a good few years since I watched them. I've only ever watched them once.
How many are there?
3.
3.
Oh, only 3. I thought it was like 6.
Well,
It's 6 if you count the Hobbit.
it should be 6 because the amount of like the length they go on. You
Yeah,
could probably
that's
make
true.
another film out of each of
But
them.
why didn't they just get the Eagles to fly them into Isengard?
Because I heard something about that. It was something to do with the fact that you can't just choose. They can't.
Yeah, I read.
Can't
it
just
as well.
make it
It's a
do
joke.
Joke.
No, Nathan, they are brilliant films.
Yeah, no,
Certainly
I don't, I'm not
Ian
saying that they're
McKellen.
bad, but it's just they don't appeal to me.
I think the only one I actually remember the most scenes from is 1, so that probably has to be my favourite because that's the only
Good.
one I remember quite a bit.
I personally, controversial opinion, prefer the Hobbit trilogy.
That is controversial. I've only seen the first Hobbit though.
I've seen all 3.
It's
Battle of the
alright,
Five
right?
Armies is great. Bit long.
Was that the third one?
Desolation Smaug's great. I love Benedict Cumberbatch.
Benedict.
Oof.
Benedict Cumberland sausage. Okay, I've never.
Benadryl Cumberland.
It's better sometimes.
Yeah.
I've never seen a Batman film. I've never seen a Superman film.
Well, to be honest, I apart from the animated one, which I haven't actually seen, there's probably only 3 worth watching because the older ones aren't great.
So
Yeah.
a Batman though.
Yeah, Batman.
Yeah, and I've never watched Superman either.
Okay, now
Uh,
Superman's great. Superman's brilliant, Nathan. You need to watch Superman. However,
Which one?
the modern ones are not special. I'm talking about the old ones. Can't remember playing them.
When you say older ones though, like you're on about like the 2006-ish ones? I
No,
think?
before that, the
I'm-
80s.
I haven't seen the 80s ones.
They're brilliant.
I saw the one with Lex Luthor, like in like 2006. It's the
Yeah,
one
no.
where he gets shot in the eye. It bounces off his eye.
They're okay.
That's
They're
the one I've
okay.
seen.
They're
Is
not
that Superman
the best.
Returns?
Yeah. Man of Steel
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
was bad.
It's
But
also
what was
got-
even worse, Nathan, right? You probably
Yeah.
heard about it, was Batman vs Superman.
Yeah,
that
see-
got-
That deserved a golden raspberry or something.
Wait,
It was
wait.
terrible.
What
No, I think that
It
got,
was awful. It was
that got
awful.
more hate than it deserved.
No, I'd hate it.
It wasn't that bad.
I thought it was ridiculous.
I haven't seen the Justice League. It was outshone by there were some very good superhero films that year. Civil War was quite good.
It was amazing.
Deadpool came out that year. People.
Did it? Same year.
2016.
16.
I saw it when I was in America the first time. I don't think I was that 2016?
What? No,
It was
Deadpool.
just for my 18th birthday. So yeah, it must have been
Yeah,
2016. Yeah.
Another film came out. Suicide Squad was pretty bad.
That was terrible.
That came out that year.
If you like action and messy plots, it'd be great.
Just action for the sake of action, pretty much.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, what I heard about the Batman vs Superman, although I haven't watched it, is that there wasn't an actual story to it. They just added the two big characters because they knew it would actually get people to watch
I
it.
think it was a story.
The problem is, it is
Is it?
It
those.
wasn't good.
Whereas Avengers kind of caters to everyone, these new DC films tend to be leaning towards. I guess if you were a comic book fan, you probably got most of the reference. I'm not a comic book fan, so I didn't get half of the references in it. But a lot of what is in these films was in a comic book at some point.
I will give one thing
Taken
to
quite a
Batman
bit
vs
from it.
Superman. That was Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. But
I
even
thought
he
he
got
was
some
quite
hate for it though.
I thought it was
which
good.
I thought it was good.
don't think you should play him again. I
Well,
thought
he
he was
will.
good in that.
Yeah, I thought he was good.
There you go.
Best casting ever though is J. Jonah Jameson. What was his name? What's the actor's name?
For what?
The Daily Bugle guy in Spider-Man.
Oh, I forgot his real name.
Peter Parker.
Is the character is Mr. Jameson.
I want photos of Spider-Man.
He just comes out with some of the best lines. Oh my
See,
God.
that's good. You know something good improv is on the set of Avengers, Robert Downey Jr. He used to hide food before they started shooting scenes. So the first Avengers film, and you know when they're on the helicarrier,
Yeah.
and at one point he's just kind of eating raspberry or blueberries or something, and he offers one to Mark Ruffalo, Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
That's total improv.
Is it?
Yeah, complete improv.
My favourite story of improv is the Indiana Jones one. Do you know the sword fight scene?
yeah.
Well, apparently, what's his name?
Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford.
Come
sorry.
on.
Sorry, no, I forgot his
He's
name.
really tired that day.
Yeah, he forgot his lines, so he just shot the guy.
Yeah.
And they stuck with it.
Have you ever seen Indiana Jones, Nathan?
You know what? No. That's another series. I
So
haven't
there's
seen.
this one really impressive scene where he's supposed to have this really huge sword battle with this. Is he a sultan?
Yeah.
Something like a
Maybe.
sultan. Yeah, he's a man in like the headdress, a sort of turban kind of thing going, and he's supposed to have this big sword fight with him, but Harrison Ford apparently forgot his lines for it and was just really peed off and tired that day, so he just took out a prop gun and shot the guy, and they kept it in the film because it was so funny.
They reshot it so we had like the bang and stuff. But
Yeah.
Yeah, they kept it. They said, yeah, let's do that.
One of my favourite improv is Heath Ledger in the hospital.
Is that improv? Oh yeah, with the button, yeah.
So it's not complete improv.
No, but that bit because it was supposed to go off
You-
fully.
Got to have seen the scene, Nathan, at least,
What scene?
of the
hospital
Joker
scene.
in The Dark Knight when the Joker's blowing up a hospital, but at first it doesn't blow up.
So he just keeps
He just kind of looks around and goes, "What's going on?" and just pushes this button.
keeps like that.
So now the hospital was supposed to blow up first time straight away,
Right.
but it didn't. Now let's just say hospitals aren't cheap because obviously they had to buy this to blow it up.
Yeah.
So they only really had one shot. So Heath Ledger knew that. So he just improv this whole like confused thing and
Yeah.
personally some of the best improv ever.
I have not seen that. Can't confirm.
Oh, we've got to show you that scene. It's so funny.
My favourite bit of improv isn't something that's like funny or so though. Is the one from Fresh Prince of Bel Air with Will Smith.
Yeah.
Oh, you know the one I'm on about.
Which one are you on about? I've only ever
The
seen
one where he's on about like his father.
Oh, I've seen it. Yeah,
That
I've
is
seen
like
it.
that
Is that all
It's
improv?
emotional.
That one, yeah, that's pure emotion, like
Wow.
proper like
Yeah.
thing. That is. That's like no.
I mean, if we're clearly we're on the topic of improv now. You know the line? You talking to me? You talking to me?
Yes.
Well, you gotta be talking. Yeah, that's improv.
Really?
I haven't
Yeah,
seen
it's said
any
in the script.
Godfather
It's from,
films.
it's from Taxi Driver.
Oh, I thought it was from Godfather.
No.
It's from in the mirror, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So De Niro on his script just says talks to himself in the mirror, and that's what he says, and it's one of the most popular lines from any film now. And you're right, you're not gonna believe this. But another one of the most famous pieces of improv was "You're gonna need a bigger boat"
That wasn't it.
from Jaws.
Get out.
It's improv.
Really?
Yeah. Now you've heard that "You're gonna need a bigger boat."
I haven't watched Jaws
From
either.
No, but you've heard that.
I
That
actually
wasn't-
haven't. No.
That wasn't in the script.
I think I've only heard it from you, to be honest.
Oh my gosh! So just
I'm very uneducated with films, and that's the way I like it.
17 famous movie moments that were actually improvised.
Ooh.
Was this a BuzzFeed article?
It is!
Yeah. I think this is now coming accidental tradition of
Have you
using
seen-
a
have you
BuzzFeed
seen-
article.
Have you seen Dumb and Dumber?
Yeah, actually.
Oh,
yeah.
the annoying noise.
I love.
That's
Yeah, that's
The
improv.
what?
The most annoying noise in the world thing
Yeah.
is improv.
Ah!
Oh right, is it actually?
Yeah,
Oh
apparently.
wow. I love Dumber
Aragorn
and Dumber.
screaming in Fellowship of the Ring.
Yeah.
Aragorn, sorry. The rubber duck scene from Harry Potter, which you guys
Like I said, I haven't seen them all, so I missed that.
Voldemort's final speech.
I knew that was improv. Yeah, I heard that.
So with improv, does it mean like obviously it means it
Yeah,
wasn't in the
yeah.
script?
Do you need a bigger boat?
But
Does it-
why male models is... Have you seen Zoolander?
Oh,
Yeah.
Zoolander.
Wait, so
Yeah.
with it saying this improv, so it's saying it's not in the script, right?
Yeah.
But does it also mean like they actually just thought of it on the spot, or they were kind of got given an option to say what they like?
It's a bit of both in some cases. Some
Yeah.
cases, so like De Niro, Robert De Niro, Nathan.
Yeah.
In his script it said talks to himself in the mirror.
Right.
So obviously that means he needs to talk in the mirror.
Yeah.
So maybe, I don't know, I think he's been interviewed about it, but maybe he was thinking for weeks what he was going to say,
Yeah.
you know? Or maybe he just walked on set and thought, let's have this as true improv
Yeah.
and just say it.
Right.
And like I said, I'm not sure, but that could be very easily what he did.
And there could also be other times where like they not necessarily forgot their line, but like thought that something was better at the time and just changed it
Like
slightly.
Harrison Ford and Indiana Jones.
Apparently, here's Johnny from the Shining.
Yes,
is
yes, that's
improvised.
complete improv.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, so you know that scene when the man hacks at the door, puts his face through and goes,
Alright.
here's Johnny.
Yeah,
That's improv.
Oh.
Not in script.
that's a good meme. That is.
This is over.
My favourite face through the door is John Cena.
John C.
Are you sure about
Are
that?
you sure
about
that? I don't even know what that's from.
It's like I think it's like a Make-A-Wish thing, and they basically say why they love John Cena, and then he comes out through the back of it.
Alright.
And then these guys come out, and they start playing these theme trumpets.
Oh, wow.
And then he
I
has
wish it was a
picture
flute.
taken. I love
Nice.
Oof!
the older kid. John Cena.
Yeah, the one with the noses.
It's funny.
Nice. Right, so I want to say we're 43 minutes in, and we haven't talked what we're going to talk about. So should we just make this podcast about films?
I think it's
I think
fine.
we should.
I think that we're 43 minutes in. There's no
Alright,
point
well,
changing
since
the
we're
topic. now.
gonna delve more into films, MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe, Black Panther.
Right.
I don't think it's the best MCU film.
No. No way is it the best.
Yes,
MCU
it's the
film.
highest rated, highest grossing. You know, it's got over $1 billion already. The only other one to get that is Avengers.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah,
I
that's
think,
because of the.
I think they've come a long way,
No,
long way since the Avengers. I think
yeah.
a lot more eyes are on the MCU than they were back then.
I don't want to be that guy, but part of me wants to think that it did so well because of the black culture.
That's not part of it. That is the reason why. Because
And
Yeah,
people
I
are
guess.
like,
it's not a bad thing, but it's also some of those. Obviously, we don't want to be too touchy here, but like most companies who do stuff like that, they're doing it for the sake of it rather than thing. Like I want to bring up the point where Google were refusing to hire anyone that was white or Chinese. They wanted to hire more just to have other diversities.
Yeah.
Now you shouldn't neglect other diversities, but
no.
that's not to say like you should prefer
You might
ones
wanna
over
start
the
saying
other.
ethnicities.
What did I say?
Diversities.
Well, it's diversity between ethnicities. But yeah,
Don't think
You
you
should-
knew what he said.
you
though.
shouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you shouldn't like neglect one or two or whatever, or a group or whatever. But you shouldn't just choose one group for the sake
Well,
of
no,
it.
it
you
was
know?
great because it was a few
It was-
very good white actors in it.
Yeah, and
There's
it suited the
fella who
film of
played-
what the
Oh,
story
he was
was.
good, he was great.
Yeah,
Claw
the
was
fella who played Claw, for the life of me, I've forgotten his real name, but he's brilliant.
I
He
feel
plays
like
Snoke in Star Wars.
yeah, I didn't realize
Um,
that.
But Martin Freeman, possibly my favourite actor of all time, he was great. I didn't like his accent, but that's because I'm a fan of British.
He
Martin
went from
Freeman.
like the problem I had with it is he went from American, then for some reason after through he started speaking an English accent, and then he went back to American. Oh no, sorry, I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking of him in a different film.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say he kept it pretty
Yeah.
American the whole time.
No, he did in that film. I was thinking of a different film.
No, he was great. But no, the film was great. I'm not at all saying the film was bad. The film was brilliant. I wasn't a massive fan of the soundtrack, but that's because that's not my style of music.
Yeah,
To be fair.
I really liked the music actually. I felt like it was something different
It fit with the film.
because it fitted
Yeah.
with it, but it was also quite like it felt new, as in like most music with films are kind of just all the same, and it felt like it was his
Yeah.
own
Well,
thing.
I think Kendrick Lamar wrote most of those songs for the film, didn't he?
Yeah, no, he got asked to do one of them. This is what I've been told. He got
That's
asked to do
famous
one of
one.
them, then and then he actually heard more about the film and heard how good it was supposed to be. So he was like, right, no, I want to do more, and he ended up doing a lot more.
So I think what I should make clear is what my favourite MCU film is.
What is your favourite MCU film, Joshua Arneal?
Number one.
Tell me.
Do you know what? I actually struggle to pick between like two.
Alright, well, say two of them then.
I love Iron Man.
First one?
First one.
Yeah, I like that.
I've seen that film
What?
on a date.
What, 2008?
Yeah, no, when it came out, the first one when it came out. No, it wasn't. It wasn't
Yeah, it's
2008.
2008.
I watched Iron Man 3 in cinema then.
Oh, right.
So it's between Iron Man and I think okay, so it's between three: Captain America, the First Avenger, and Captain America: Winter Soldier. But I also love Civil War. Oh, it's so hard to pick.
I've missed out. I will point out I have missed out on a lot of Marvel MCU films.
So there's only two I haven't seen, and I'm most likely going to watch one of them tonight. And it's Thor Ragnarok and Doctor Strange.
Haven't seen either of them.
Yeah, they're the only two I haven't seen.
I've actually seen Doctor Strange.
I know. I thought.
I've seen a film you haven't. What's going on?
I personally, I didn't think the first Avengers film was the best film. I didn't think it was the best superhero film.
I think Age of Ultron was slightly better.
I
Just
thought-
because it had a better cast.
I haven't seen Age of Ultron.
Oh my
I've
gosh.
seen Civil War. But
Are we gonna see Infinity War when it comes out?
See,
Wait, I'm forgetting. Guardians of the Galaxy.
I haven't seen that either. I look.
For reference,
nah,
wait,
Wait,
Slap Brad
isn't
and
one of the
Tommy.
big Marvel films coming out this month?
Infinity War.
When's that coming out?
29th?
I don't know.
Is that the one with like?
27th? Oh, I'm not sure.
Is that the one with
That's the
all
big
of them
Avengers
combined?
one, yeah.
Big pink
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
What do they actually do? Is it like they blend it into one story, or like?
So you know the MCU is basically one massive universe.
Yeah.
It's all happening in the same time, the same universe. People know
Does that
what's
not-
happened, kind of thing.
Does that not conflict with some of the original stories then?
Don't count.
No, the Avengers storyline is separate to other storylines. So you know, like the older Spider-Man, for example, like Andrew
Yeah.
Garfield.
Right.
That's not MCU.
No, that's not MCU.
But the
It's
new one
Marvel.
is.
It's owned by Marvel,
It's not.
but it does
It's
not.
not in the universe.
It's
then,
not part of this Avengers
Here's,
storyline.
here's another
Hmm.
question. What is your favourite Spider-Man film?
Homecoming.
Nah, it's not my favourite.
I've only seen one Spider-Man film.
Spider-Man 2. It's my
What's the
favourite.
one?
Amazing Spider-Man 2 or Spider-Man 2?
Spider-Man 2.
Okay.
Amazing
What's-
Spider-Man 2.
Oof. You sucked. Oof.
Yeah, it was pretty.
Even the first one
Shoddy.
was great. But no, I still think the Tobey Maguire films. I thought he was a good Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire.
It was alright.
I
Yeah.
like Tobey Maguire. But Doctor Octopus. And it also, the original ones feature, what's his name? Well, you know, Mr. Jameson.
Right.
The stereotypical Mr. Jameson.
What's Bradley's looking that up? Oh, I got yawn.
Yeah, yawn.
No, you want a fun fact? So, I've forgotten his name now. Why am I forgetting actors' names today? But the kid who played Spider-Man in Homecoming and Avengers and Civil War, he he's actually, when they started filming Infinity War, he was not allowed. The Russo brothers, not the Uso brothers now, Brad. The Russo brothers.
J.K. Simmons.
Rusev brothers.
J.K. Simmons, yeah.
The Russo, well, there's a guy who used to work for WWE called Russo. So.
Well, no,
Yeah.
the Russo brothers, they're
Yeah.
directing Infinity War. They refused to tell him any of the plot details.
Who now?
The kid who plays Spider-Man in the new ones, Homecoming, Infinity War, and Civil War. They refused to tell him any of the details until he filmed them, because apparently he leaked us quite a bit of information about Homecoming because he just couldn't keep a secret.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought that was quite funny when I heard that. Like this little kid, he's not old at all. He's really young, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he is literally the
Yeah,
same age as how Spider, like 15, I think is supposed to be.
Yeah, I
Maybe
don't know.
15.
No,
Spider-Man's
he's in
supposed to
high
be
school,
15.
isn't he?
Yeah, he's supposed to be very young. I mean, in the Tobey Maguire,
So-
have you seen any of the Tobey Maguire ones?
I think I
Sam Raimi,
saw
I guess.
the one that I saw was I think one of the Peter Parker ones with the
They're all Peter Parker ones.
are they? The one with the sand guy.
I mean, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's what's considered the bad one.
So
Oh, is it
Tom
really?
Holland, he plays Spider-Man in the new ones. 21.
Yo, he's 21. He
Yeah.
doesn't seem 20.
You get this? He's English.
Yeah, I knew he was English.
I didn't know that.
Hate the English me. Sorry, Josh. Don't actually.
Yeah.
Just winding up, Josh.
I hate the English too.
He hates
Yeah,
himself.
you English bar steward. That doesn't have to be oof, does it? Does bar steward?
Controversial.
Right, so I want to say, what makes a good film for you? What's the main thing you look for?
No, I mean,
Or do you think it's more of a collective?
it is a collective. I mean, you've got visuals for starters. It's a film.
Yeah.
You've got to have tidy visuals. Story's got to be there.
Well, see, you
Character
could have a
development.
bad story, but you need good acting.
Yeah, you do need good acting.
A good actor can make a bad story somewhat okay.
I find that hard to believe. I feel like a bad actor could take a good story down.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I don't think a good actor can bring a
100%.
bad story up.
I think it can a bit.
I can't think of any.
Well,
Meet in the middle, yeah.
So, for me, it has to have, yes, a good story, good actor. A brilliant director needs to take the helm for me, always. If I hear something's been directed by someone of note, I'm more likely to see it, I think. I've noticed that about myself. I didn't used to think like that. However, I've just noticed myself doing it. So I knew I really wanted to see Ready Player One simply because it was a Spielberg film.
Yeah.
I didn't really know much about it, but I knew I wanted to see it simply for that reason. So yeah, I need to have a good director, great acting, great story, and then, yeah, I think it needs to be publicised well. But I will not judge a film at all until I've seen it.
I do. That's quite bad about me. I do always judge a film, but
Don't judge a film by its
The
cover.
Emoji Movie was actually the Emoji Movie was in my top 5 films. What am I on
Oh.
about?
Oh no! Just stop memeing.
I'm not even memeing. It was like the best Just Dance advert I've ever seen in my life.
I'm glad. See, now that is when you should judge a film by its cover.
It was just an hour and a half long advert that you couldn't skip. Right, so for me, what makes a good film, it completely depends on
How much
The-
nudity is in it?
Was there much in the Emoji Movie?
unfortunately,
making it.
yeah, there were all the
They are
emojis
all
in it.
making
No, not all the emojis. Some of them have. Like the hand, one of the hand has like gloves on. I'm pretty sure, like for one of the emojis. Anyway, no, for me, it completely depends on what genre of movie it is. Right, so a comedy film, I would say, well, most comedy films.
I wonder if we can pick that up.
Oh yeah, probably can. Most comedy films, I say most, a lot of comedy films don't have to have as much of a good story, because the main goal is to make you laugh, right? So like, obviously, obviously, it does make it better if it has a better story, but like the overall goal is to make you laugh rather than a better story, right?
You say that, but films like Epic Movie, which don't really have a story, you just shoved people
See,
pretending to be like characters and then trying to make it funny.
I like those films.
I
I like the rauncheries and the taking the piece out of all the other films, because obviously I don't like serious. I just like things taken way out of proportion and stuff like that.
I don't know if I've shown you this film, but you need to watch it. It's called Airplane.
Of course I've seen Airplane.
Thank God.
Of course I've seen Airplane.
thank
That's
goodness.
exactly my point. Like,
Do you know why that film's so funny?
you've told me it's been rewritten. Well, go on, you say it.
Alright, so I'll tell the audience. The reason a film Airplane, and this is the story told to me by my uncle, but he's a huge movie buff and very intelligent when it comes to films and other things. He told me, I was tripping to McDonald's once.
Other fast food restaurants are available.
Don't take my meme. So he was telling me why this film was so funny, and it's simply because the script was written once, it was ready to go ahead, and the movie went into the studio went into either liquidation or bankruptcy. So all current projects had to be put on hold or cancelled, and this was cancelled. But the writers, I believe, decided to just take the script out, look over it. Why not? They still had it.
Yeah.
But they thought, oh no, we could change that, make it a bit funnier, get a gag in there. So they did, and they did it, and eventually they got I'm not sure if they took the script to a different studio or producers, or if this studio got back on its feet. I can't remember precisely. However, the script was then ready to be filmed again, ready to be cast again, and it happened again.
Right.
It couldn't be filmed again I think I'm going to say again so many times. For bankruptcy reasons or liquidation, I can't remember.
Didn't you say in between each of these times?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Some of the
So
story got rewritten.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So then the script was pulled out once more. Try not to say again. And the writers went, okay, let's do it again. Make it funnier and put more gags in. And it worked. And then we have the result of what they have now, which is quite possibly the funniest film of all time.
It's very funny.
Does it have a story to it?
Yeah.
Is that the main?
No, the main purpose of this film is solely to make you laugh.
Exactly my point.
Yeah,
I think I'm not saying that a story makes it worse. I'm saying it is better with a story, but a comedy film obviously should be rated on if it's funny.
Yeah, obviously, but I think a film you can have like TV series which you have sketches which are purely comedy, but that doesn't really work in a film environment. People need a story to, especially
it can
you're
have,
be watching for 2 hours, maybe plus.
It can have no story, but it doesn't have to be only story.
I very rarely laugh at comedy films, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
My sense of humour is very niche.
I don't like that's the only type of comedy films I like are taking the mick out of the other films, or the weird, the actually not funny ones, ironically funny films.
So the reason I enjoy Airplane because of the puns. That's why I laugh so much at that. I enjoy Borat because of the real reactions from people.
Yeah.
That's why I find that so funny.
Ali.
And Ali G.
Ali G, yeah. But so name a well-known comedy film.
Well-known comedy.
21 Jump Street.
Don't think that's funny.
Yeah, you do.
I haven't watched it yet.
I see why it's funny, and I can enjoy it, but no point when I sit there and laugh out loud.
Oh no!
No, that one scene though, the one where he
oof,
captain's daughter.
Yeah. I was like, oof.
Oof, the captain's daughter.
No, obviously that's funny, but
I mean,
again, I didn't laugh that hard at it.
Wait. My name's Jeff.
Alright.
Yeah.
Everyone loves that bit, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I don't sit there and laugh. Rib tickling. Side hurting.
There were films like Deadpool literally made me laugh when I was in the cinema.
But I don't consider that a comedy film.
It's not a comedy.
But
just
I laughed.
It's funny. Twin Town made me laugh, but no one else knows that.
Yeah.
It's free on YouTube. You should watch it.
Is it actually?
Yeah. It's free on YouTube.
I
don't think we should.
You wouldn't steal a purse.
Yeah. You wouldn't kill a policeman. Take his hat.
Steal Twin Town. Yeah. What else made me laugh? Not many films have made me laugh out loud either. I've laughed on the inside.
Yeah.
But,
a little chuckle, but not like a bursting out laugh. What do you guys think about? I know they're not really films, but like the stand-up shows.
Yeah.
Depends.
Do you find them
them
funny?
Oh, I
like,
find
could you
stand-up.
find them funny?
I went to see Michael McIntyre.
See, I
That
purely
bounce.
depends on the comedian and what material they're playing.
I find them funny, but I've only watched 2 live, which remind me of the guy's name. Do you remember the guy from the really offensive like Scottish guy,
Oh, Frankie Boyle.
Frankie Boyle? So
I would love to see him.
I
live.
was not educated enough to understand some of his jokes because he brought in like he said about other celebrities that I don't know the names of.
Caricature,
But
most likely.
I did find that funny because his backup act. Well, no, the part that I liked about that one and also the other one I watched, which was Russell Howard, is that
funny that much.
I really liked Russell Howard's because he actually had some kind of purpose and kind of a backstory to why he was making his comedy thing. So all of his jokes were related about how we treat other people, and he's actually he was practicing for his thing that's going to be on Netflix, which I thought he would have been on there by now. Well, he's definitely recorded it by now, because that was like literally like 8 months ago or so in the summer. But like the overall message, it actually had an overall message to the stand-up comedy. Like I could rewatch that and have a good like vibe from it because of the story it actually told.
Yeah.
Because most stand-up things, like once you hear a joke that actually makes you laugh, it's not gonna keep making you laugh. That's why like you find memes to die out quickly because some people like to oversaturate them.
Yeah.
And
Brad.
if you constantly say the same thing over again, it's obviously gonna get less and less funny.
No, you.
The one
Exactly.
I haven't seen him live, but I'd love to see him live. Is Peter Kay. I could watch his stand up.
Oh, I love him.
See, I don't find him funny.
Oh, it's so funny.
I don't find Russell
Just,
Howard
it,
funny.
There you go.
it's relatable humor, I guess.
Yeah, very
Um,
real.
Yeah.
Same with
it's
McIntyre.
quite relatable. Yeah, Michael. I've seen
Actually,
Michael.
I tell you who I
I
love.
saw Michael McIntyre live, and I see Tim Vine live as well.
Greg Davis. Oh, I love Tim Vine.
Yeah, it's funny.
He's so one liners great.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I love Greg Davis. Nathan,
From
you'll know him as the teacher in
In Between
Us.
Hey.
Yeah, that guy, he's hilarious.
When you said teacher, for some reason, the first person I thought of was him. Don't know.
You know, yeah, him. He's brilliant. He's so funny.
Yeah, okay. In between
Um,
us, you got to say you laughed at that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Not every episode.
That's not stand.
No, the episodes were not quite there, but they were still good.
Yeah,
But the
still
film,
good.
especially the first film, I felt like the second
Oh,
film
okay.
had less funny
second
moments.
film shouldn't have been made.
No, the second film, it wasn't that it shouldn't have been made. It's just
it's
it
quite-
definitely was like a 1.5. Like if it was like the jokes from the first movie continued,
Yeah.
And died.
probably yeah.
Although it's not going to be the TV series. The TV series did make me laugh out
Oh
loud.
yeah.
I will say
Yeah.
that another film that did make me laugh out loud was have you seen the South Park movie?
Terrible.
I
I love the South Park.
I
movie.
don't like
It's
South Park.
Funny.
Do I?
I'm not the
like
biggest
it.
fan of
It's
South
alright,
Park.
it's
I don't
alright.
find South Park.
I'm
funny.
Like I
biggest
find
fan.
edgy comedy funny, but like I don't like
Don't think
South
so,
Park.
edgy, to be
Some
honest.
of the earlier
No,
episodes
but,
are
you
pretty
know.
funny. Like the really old ones from like the 90s.
That's the thing though. Like with most of these things, even though you might not find it overall funny, you can find some things funny in it. And it's okay not to like it. It's just you might not, you just might not tickle your pickle.
Yeah. I've been watching Horrible Histories. I'm on series 2 and I'm bloody loving it. I never watched it as a child.
See, I'm a massive fan of certain sitcoms.
What are your favourite genres of films / TV shows?
Comedy's probably my favourite genre of TV show.
TV show, yeah, comedy, sitcoms, comedy, yeah.
Yeah.
So like obviously me and Brad, we love Peep Show,
Peep Show is my favourite
It's
comedy
so good.
of all time.
but me and Nathan, we love Arrested Development.
Yeah.
I never watched it.
I like Arrested Development because it
Friday
related to some of the
That's weird.
edits I've done on my YouTube.
Yeah.
So the all around me are familiar faces thing
Yeah.
is, but like
You both need to start watching Friday Night Dinner.
Yeah, it's on 4.
That is hilarious.
I
boys.
loved Fresh Meat as well. That was good.
Fresh
Meat.
Oh no!
I
Wait,
love
what? After you've done your first year in House of Uni, rewatch Fresh Meat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Completely different perspective
Yeah.
in a good way.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's really good.
Yeah. So yeah, comedy and situational comedy, definitely those two are what
Yeah.
make me chuckle the most, and that's what.
Do
I'm
you
more
think
likely to watch.
you would prefer different comedy of a TV show than comedy to a film?
Yeah. I think they're incredibly different because TV shows typically are a lot shorter.
I feel
I
like
need to tell a joke much quicker and get it out faster,
It's easier to
and
keep-
usually make it a lot sharper.
Yeah.
It's easier to keep an audience for 20 minutes, half an hour than it is for like
Yeah.
2 hours.
Unless it's
as
Big
well.
Bang Theory, which just kills itself.
but then again,
I mean, I used to like the Big Bang Theory, but as soon as I got older,
laugh
I just-
track theory.
The laugh
Also,
track.
yeah, my
Yeah,
favourite
the
genre of
laugh track,
films. Oh, I don't know. It's hard. What sci-fi, but classic sci-fi. So like Back to the Future, something like that. But I also like comedies like Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And obviously Star Wars, and I love superhero kind of things, so like the Batman films and but I love comedy films as well. But it's got to be funny, like Paul Black Mall Cop.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oof.
See, that's
That
the
was
ironically.
sarcasm.
That's the
no,
ironically
that is
funny.
not sarcasm. You love that film.
It's
When
ironically
when
funny.
it came
isn't
out
it?
and I was young, I thought, do you know what, this film's great.
That's the thing, though.
It
If
was
you
like
watch
3
it,
years ago, you made us
if-
go to the cinema to watch it.
The second one
Yeah.
as a joke.
Nah, I
yeah,
wouldn't
but
say
that's
it.
the thing. If you like something when you're younger, like Little Manhattan, if I watch it now, I probably won't like it. But because I liked it when I was younger,
Yeah.
I've always said like this is a great film. It's completely different perspective.
So,
Like if I watch, like for instance, one of the big series like Star Wars and everything, you've got into it when you're young. If you watched an episode for the very first time, now you'd obviously have a different opinion on it, wouldn't you?
I don't think it'd be a bad opinion though.
No, I'm not saying that, but definitely different.
It'd be different. I don't know because these films just hold up so well.
Yeah.
Especially if you watched it. I mean, you would enjoy it if you
Yeah.
watched Little Manhattan.
I
Like, you watched it as a kid. I'm the same. Thing is, I have a I know that I can admit Star Wars prequels are bad, but as a kid I loved them. I loved the prequels.
Yeah, as a child, I thought, okay, yeah, these are cool. Look
But-
at these bright lights,
You know, you-
sabers shooting, Jar Jar Binks, all that.
You get older and you realise, yeah,
Jar Jar Binks is a
Nah.
twat.
Oof.
but there'll still be some sort of nostalgia there of when you used to watch them.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think nostalgia really changes your
I think
opinion.
Attack of
on
the
stuff.
Clones is the first ever Star Wars I saw.
It's not always a bad thing though.
That's probably my least favourite.
And it's the worst, yeah.
That's
No,
the,
because,
that's
like,
the one I just never
I
watched.
think my brothers and all my family were watching it. I was like, oh, watch it with them.
But that was the only one my family, we owned the first and third one on DVD. We never owned that one though. So that's the one I watched the least.
Oh, actually, one of my favourite films is Project X.
No, I've never seen that.
It's not actually that good,
So
and
it's
like,
at the house party one.
yeah, actually, super bad. Oh, now that was a good one. It's a similar.
She wants my oof
It-
in and around her face.
Yeah, no, but with Project X, the reason I really like that is because I watched it when I was like 13, and it was all about having this massive, crazy house party,
Yeah.
which like is like the best thing ever. And as like a 13, 14-year-old, like that's kind of like your dream. So that's why I really liked it at the time. If I watched it now, it's probably like I'd probably be like I've had better parties than that in different ways. But yeah, it's
yeah.
it's good though.
Quiz shows. Been watching a lot recently.
Panel shows.
You know,
I love.
quiz. Well, yeah, I guess they are not like when you say panel shows. I assume you mean celebrity panel shows. Like,
well,
Would I
not
Lie
me.
to
Just yeah. Would I lie to you? I think it's one of the funniest panel shows ever created.
it's
Do
one
you-
of them. Yes. No, QI.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Do you like Keith Lemon?
Not really.
What's his show called?
Oh,
He's got Celebrity Juice. He's doing Through the Keyhole.
I really like Celebrity Juice.
I used to like it. So you do.
I never went into it.
I love.
I don't think his show was that funny.
My favourite quiz
Yeah.
show of all time is The Chase.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Chase
Like, I will go on holiday, and I remember I went on holiday, and we were staying in, like, rented apartment kind of
Yeah.
thing, and they have the TV, and they had British TV,
Nice.
literally come out of the pool 5 o'clock, watch The Chase every day while we were in Spain. Like,
Wow.
couldn't do it.
Other European countries are available. Not Britain though.
No.
Yeah, we've left Europe. We got a big
officially
scissors. Didn't you say that to your mum and she believed you?
No.
that's what
my
Scottish
mum-
referendum and that.
So, for those who don't know, I mean everyone should know, Scotland a while ago had a referendum if they wanted to stay as part of the United Kingdom or not. They voted in favour of staying in the United Kingdom eventually. However, my mum decided, she was like, well, if they want their freedom, give it to them. Cut them off from the rest of the UK. And I was like, alright, man, that's a bit harsh. And she went, no, I mean actually cut them off. Take Scotland off of the UK and put them somewhere else. And she meant that, yeah. She meant like pneumatic drills, or she take a lot more than that. Remove them, cut them, create a hole in the ground and separate them and move what would then be the island of Scotland somewhere else in the ocean.
Do you know in approximately 5,000 years, UK will be touching New York? Because of the tectonic plates is pushing...
Tectonic.
The Titanic plate is pushing us towards America.
We're going to be one big Pangea again.
It'd be longer than 5,000 years, wouldn't it?
No, I think it's on average, on course for about 5,000. It's hard to tell though, it changes. Because it's so minute, is that a right word?
Yeah.
Negligible.
Then it's you can actually tell.
So negligible.
I guess.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's
a
cool.
prediction. No, 5,000 years is obviously a lot.
Flights will get cheaper.
Well,
Flights will get cheaper.
shorter as well,
Yeah. Lucky future people. Josh is
It's like
shaking his
it's
fist
like that
furiously.
plane that took off in 2017 and landed in 2016
16, yeah,
because of the time
difference.
zones.
Landed in 10,000 BC.
It sounded.
There were no dinosaurs in 10,000 BC. No, there weren't.
I haven't seen. Was that Jurassic
No,
Park?
Jurassic Park.
Actually, I've seen. I don't think I've seen all of it, but
What are those?
Oh, God.
I wonder when 10,000.
actually, I want to say, this is definitely gonna become more of a recurring thing. Of, I would say memes, but I think they just say like internet jokes are appearing in films a lot more.
Yeah, they're trying to.
There- obviously there is a what are those in the
Spoiler.
spoiler.
Oh,
What are those in
Hardly the biggest
joke
plot point.
in,
First of all, brother, let me ask.
in Black Panther?
What are those?
No, the woman, the girl said it.
Accent, please.
Wakanda. What are those?
You don't want to get blacklisted.
What? No, she went. What are those?
SJWs.
But no, I think that's a good thing. Even though it is a dead meme, it's just it breaks the barrier between this fictional, amazing
It's
world
funny when
with
they're writing it.
your like
It's good at
your life. You know, I think that relatable barrier, which Ready Player One met, makes it a lot more enjoyable.
Yeah.
The personal level to it.
Agree.
All right,
100%.
let's I say we close this podcast off
Yeah.
with, let's just each say our favourite quote from a film.
Ooh.
Start with Bradley.
Ooh.
No, you start with Bacon.
Start with Nathan.
I need to think. Didn't give me a chance.
My favourite quote. I have a few good quotes.
Pick one, please.
Just one. Well, it's probably one that I've already said with Borat. With it's very excited.
That's your favourite film.
Yeah, the reason it's my favourite quote is because when I like something, or if I get excited about something, or just anything nice, I could go very excited. There you go.
Bradley?
Magical.
No, you next.
No, you.
No, you.
Got me there.
Yeah.
Mine's from Twin Town.
What's your?
This glue is for my submarines and not for putting up your f***ing noses. Buy your own f***ing glue.
Oof. And a bit more.
Very relatable.
That's a very
quote.
quotable film, but that is probably the best.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, so my favourite quote from any film is from The Italian Job. You're only meant to blow the bloody doors off.
No, Josh, that's from Shake Trinians, actually.
But no, yeah, that it's not even in my top 10, top 15 films. But I just love that quote. I love Michael Caine. See Michael Caine.
Part of me feels that was I heard somewhere that was improvised, but I don't
I
think
think
it
it
was.
might have been. I don't know. But yeah, I just love it. You're only meant to blow the bloody doors off. Terrible accent, but
Yeah.
I'm trying. So yeah, I think we'll wrap that up, is it, guys?
Tune in to episode 4 in hopefully. Well, actually, it's been less than a month. We released it just over 2 weeks ago. We recorded it 2.5 weeks ago,
Okay,
episode
that's
2.
good.
So it wasn't 3 years later like episode 1 to 2 was. If you
Wait,
didn't
we
know.
haven't released it yet, so you know.
We haven't. It'll probably
hold your
be.
breath.
Well, I would say it'll probably be a date, but they obviously won't see till that date, so there's no point saying. But
Anyway,
we should definitely get another one out soon.
join us soon when we will be discussing why Robux are a more valuable currency than V-Bucks.
No, yeah, you should
Yeah.
you should invest in Robux over
Yeah.
Bitcoin, okay?
Yeah.
Alright, thank you guys. Thank you for listening or watching if you're on YouTube. I hope you stay positive, stay happy, hope you're smiling. And
Legends.
goodbye.